Oh, yes, I can believe it. We're finally here.
This is Doisp. We're the beginning of the end. This is the finale. You're at Dragonspire Hold of the famous Dragon of Icespire Peak. Let's see. We started this game, by the way, on May 10th, 2020. We've been playing it a year and 2 months. By the way, my name's David. I run this game, I guess. And my both game and life partner, she's here too. What's her name?
My name is Marisa.
What's your role in this whole thing?
My name is Seraphina. I'm a bard and I'm a halfling too. Seraphina. I'm a strong heart and I like the color blue.
Ooh, new backstory. I love this.
Seraphina, about to slay a dragon in Phandalin. That's my name. I'm Seraphina Tea Leaf.
Amazing.
I'm a bard and a halfling and a soldier. I'm all these things.
And so much more. So yeah, let's see. Last time we left off, I spoiled it a little bit, but yeah, your best friend, the wing baby, the manticore child that you saved way back in the beginning, probably around May, kind of flew you up to the, I guess, the ledge of this mountain, and then you told wing baby to kind of hide as the dragon, I think, came right after that and kind of landed on top of this weird castle.
Mm-hmm.
So do you are you looking at the little map?
Oh, hold on. You can get over to roll 20.
Yeah.
Was doing my homework like you told me to.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I can see me at the top there with Snook and Shanjan.
Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, if you see that little windy little pathway, you'll have to go through that, and it's kind of hard to imagine this in 3 dimensions. Maybe at least it is for me. But as you go further up on this path, it goes higher. It inclines, I guess you could say, toward the top. And there's 2 kind of structures here. One is here. It's a smaller structure, like where the entrance is. And there's another bigger, like kind of just a more stereotypical kind of castle type thing.
Okay.
So it's very cold. There's wind blowing. I guess to where the north is, like this way. If you fall off this ledge that way, you're going to go right down this mountain. It's going to be real bad news. To the, I guess, the south side of where you're looking is an incline that goes up. This dog is going crazy. Hold on. Get out of here.
Raven.
Lick and bark. Up to no good.
Raven,
but that goes up to like the next, I guess, higher piece of the path, I suppose. Does that make sense?
Sorry, I think I'm going to let her out really quick.
Okay.
Because Hash is outside, so she's not.
Maybe that's the problem. That pup's just too excited. Next time we got to roll her a character too.
There you go.
So again, anyone watching this video for some reason, this screen that you see, theoretically, Marisa can't see. All these kind of opaque gray areas are solid black to her. She won't be able to see them until we reveal them together. So don't tell her. And especially don't tell her about these two, who she could have had as allies, but chose not to.
What?
What? Oh, you're back? All right. So what's the plan? It's howling wind. It's so cold. You can, let's see, like as you found out pretty easily, the this ice dragon is kind of just magically, theoretically, through no fault of its own, perhaps, changing the environment to just a cold winter. You're almost at the middle of summer, and this might be, the coldest you've ever been. Also, you're on like high in a mountain too, which is also cold, but it's almost blizzard-esque. And this is a very narrow path here. If you can see those little squares, the little grid, each of those represents 5 feet. So this is maybe a 5-foot wide path that's kind of carved into this mountain. Very dangerous for sure. And let's see. I did say I wanted to remind you some things. Although you did some homework, so you probably don't need this reminder, but this is kind of the culmination here. So it's probably going to be very dangerous. I think this is, the hardest encounter they've made in this module here, the last one. So be careful. The odds are stacked against you. Everyone might not make it. We do have our beloved NPCs, and we gave Shanjan the same benefit that you have, where you have to have if they do ever go to 0 hit points, you still have to make death saves, and if you fail 3 of the death saves, then you're dead. It's going to be hard to bring you back. Although, and you have that same thing, you have the 3 death saves, although Snook does not have that benefit. Also, there's 2 children in here, also don't have that benefit, so definitely watch out. And if you do fall below 0, though, you've very wisely perhaps saved from near the beginning, I think the Dwarven Temple, this diamond, which is a component to cast Resurrection. If you do have to come to that, although you only have 1, so it's like a get out of the afterlife free card, perhaps, but you've only got 1.
Okay.
You also have some healing potions, and you got a couple more, I think. Let's see, he gave you 5, so you should have 2 extra between yourselves. Also, you have a bunch of healing spells. Shanjan has many as well. And you have Bardic Inspiration, which we almost never use, but that lets Seraphina kind of do a little ditty, and they get better at their rolls for a certain amount of time. And I think those are all the reminders I really want to remind you of and try to be as redundant as possible.
Cool.
Yeah, so what's the plan? What are you doing?
Where am I on the map?
You should be at the very top. I can theoretically bring you there.
Oh, thanks. That was faster. So I need to go south?
Yeah, you should be able, if you scroll down, you should be able to see the little edges of where these castles are. And I think you should be able to see the entrance theoretically is down here. There's a little door there.
Sorry, if anybody is watching, excuse my yawning. I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't know.
Oh, I know you hate the game. Thanks. Wow.
So
I
was just explaining it, but I got bored. I don't want to misconstrue this.
Good save. Oh, I pointed this out earlier, but we accidentally wore like the most goth shirts ever too. So we're ready for possible death to happen.
All right.
What do you
Um,
say? What do you say to Shanjan and Snook? I think they're both. Maybe you look over your shoulder to them, as of course Seraphine is leading the way, and they both look terrified. But they're trying to not let you see that, but you know them both pretty well.
right. So I think I'd probably want to just be like, um, hey, all right. Okay. So I've got Shanjan. I've got Snook. Where's the wing baby?
He dropped you off, and I believe you told him to go hide somewhere.
That's right. Hide. All right. So Serafina is going to be strong, because she is very, she's a soldier, and so she looks at Shanjan, and all of a sudden she gets like a flashback
Mm.
from her time in the war with Shanjan, and maybe she like stiffens up like really straight and like stands really really tall, and she just kind of starts kind of like softly talking to herself, and I think Shanjan would lean over and a little bit, and you can hear Serafina doing like her drill sergeant like stuff. So like under her breath
Mm.
she's like left, right, left, hold, left, right, left, hold. And so she's like trying to motivate herself to like move forward. And so she looks up at Shanjan and Snook and says, "All right, are you three ready to move forward?"
Yeah, and I think Shanjan just kind of was out of it for a second, but then as you started doing that marching thing, probably he's just like just kind of slowly nods. He's like, what did he call you? Were you like a did you have a rank? Were you like sergeant or
I can't
lady?
remember how like what we said. I thought it was just a soldier or something, but I don't remember.
Yeah, so maybe instead of that, he might say, just nod and just like we we've faced worse, and he's kind of staring at this dragon that's maybe like just barely visible on the roof of this castle, like the flat roof of this castle, I should say, um, with its just like jagged kind of icicle spikes, kind of you know uh, peeking out from the roof from your vantage point. And this was a huge dragon again. It's like as big as an elephant would be, but it flies and is full of spikes and teeth and terrible breath weapon.
Hmm.
But and oh, and your scars from that last ice dragon that you fought in the war.
Mm.
I think maybe you weren't even noticing, but you realize you've been holding those old wounds, and they uh, do they hurt now? Do they pulse? How do they feel?
I thought we covered this the last episode. I'm not 100% sure. So I don't know if like this is going to be the same thing as I said before. But I think that the scars from her first battle with the dragon are like cold to the touch, and kind of has like you could see like blue veins underneath her skin
Oh
that
yeah,
are kind of like glowing in a weird way, like they're like kind of just lightly glowing, so they're bright, very bright, like brighter than like blue veins you see on your arm or hand or whatever.
yeah, I love that. And I think it's just so incredibly cold too. I assume as are you like doing your march up this path?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and move your character or all three of them if you want, like slowly. And I think as you're kind of walking up, the wind is just howling. You have to probably hold like a hand to the wall next to you that is the cliff of this mountain that goes up. And probably as you blink, you can kind of it's weird because it makes noise, and you realize, oh, my eyelashes are frozen. This is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, Shanjan, uh, although interestingly, maybe if you look back at Snook, who we said all of his previously red scales when you met him
Mhm.
now kind of came in white, and he doesn't seem to be affected by this cold at all, though definitely affected by fear, at least.
I'm cold now.
There you go.
Uh,
So evocative, right?
yeah. Um, so yeah, I think that like it, she like can feel herself like shivering a little bit, but she's so cold she almost doesn't feel the cold, and
Mm.
she she's got one hand like on her scars, and then the other one is doing like her soldier march, and like swinging her arm back and forth and like very purposefully, and she looks at Snook and just says, you know you're a very brave creature, Snook. I don't know if it's a boy or not. um, you're a very brave creature, Snook. I promise you that we will find your friends and make it out alive. And then kind of looks at Shanjan and like gives a nod, like be encouraging.
Yeah, and I think it looks like I think he or it, I guess. Maybe I'll just use masculine pronouns. Why not? He kind of just licks his eye like that, you know, which should be impossible based on this cold, but whatever. And he just kind of nods and just says, Snook. And just kind of points like this little curved talon up where the dragon is and just puts his, talon over his lips as if like, shh.
So then, Serafina understands that like he's telling her to be quiet because the dragon's right there. And so she nods to him and she makes a motion with her hand that, to not talk. And she looks up at Shanjan and, pats his shoulder and does the same thing where she puts her hand over her mouth and says, shakes her head no, and then looks forward and then starts marching again.
And I think the wind is howling like very loudly too, and Chan Jan just over the wind is just like, oh, so we should stop talking.
And
Smart. Let me
Sarah,
stop now. Talk. I should
Serafina
stop this. Okay.
just like, kind of jumps up and like puts her hand over his mouth and is just like, shaking her head no, and like forcibly stopping him from talking.
Yeah, and I think he just nods as if like, oh yeah, duh. Maybe he hits his forehead like, oh, I should have thought of that. And he kind
So
of he's clutching his staff of bird calling and just kind of using it as a walking stick to get through this. I probably snow and everything on this path.
mhm. All right, so
Yes.
Serafina looks up and she sees this dragon and she sees that it's like sort of like breathing really heavy. So she can like see its like wings and the arch of its back like going up and down.
Yeah, and it kind of sounds like. I mean, it only takes you a second or two to realize, oh, it's snoring now.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm gonna move you folks over here.
I wasn't sure how far we should move.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was like taking little baby steps.
Yeah,
Well,
actually,
thanks, DM.
no problem. Yeah, so you're on this area of the path now, and the dragon is like. I wonder if you can you see that even in the darkness for you, like that little blip on the radar that I'm doing.
Where?
Can you scroll out at all? Be like here.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if you could see the the thing in if it's hidden still from you. But yeah, so the dragon is like right there, like so it's pretty close. You can see just like I said, like the spikes, like icicle like spikes coming off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do I have that picture of what it looked like? Yes, I do. Yes. How smart of me. It looked like this when it was flying about. So almost like the scales are frozen over and it kind of made them into jagged like icicles coming off of it, which is really good news for everybody.
Hmm.
And yeah, so like I said, it is incredibly windy too. So do you want to perhaps make a skill check to see how well you traverse this treacherous, dangerous path?
Sure.
How do you think you're doing it? Just very carefully, or
I think because she's a trained soldier, and she's been in this similar situation in the past in the war, so she is very familiar with like placing her feet that she won't slip, um, and then you know I think like again like all of her soldier training just kind of kicks into gear, and she kind of clings to the wall a little bit, like stays close to the wall and like just takes really purposeful steps, and with each step she kind of like, touches the wall just to make sure that like, oh, that's still there, where, so
yeah.
yeah, I think she's doing it really carefully basically.
Mm-hmm. Um, hmm.
Is that the answer you were looking for?
Yeah, I'm trying to apply that to a skill check. I feel like I think normally this would be an acrobatics check,
Right.
but I think you've kind of explained this in a way that you could do athletics instead if you want. And athletics is better for you. That's kind of your soldier training.
Okay.
But yeah,
um,
it's a +4 versus a +7 for you. So I will let you choose. And it could be interesting to fail too.
I mean, I definitely think it's more athletics than anything.
Yeah, go for it then.
Okay, how do you do it again? Double right click.
If you hold shift and then double click your character token, it should bring up your character sheet. And then athletics is one of those in the little skill box on the left.
I'll never get this right.
It's okay.
All right.
You don't have to memorize it for too much longer.
All right. Athletics. Ready?
Yeah.
So as she's walking, she's placing her feet very gently, but also very fast, like, lifting her knees up. And then she's like holding onto the wall as she goes so she doesn't like lose her balance. And also, I think she sort of wants to make sure that she doesn't get lost in the snow.
Mm, yeah.
So she's just making sure like the wall is there. And then, anytime she sees like a jagged area in the pathway, or even like a big rock or something, that might be like covered in snow, she sort of just like dodges around it really quick as she's like, making her way to down this path.
Yeah.
So athletics.
Oh, incredible. Yeah. Very easily. So let's see.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I'm in the, how do I see what I roll?
Oh, it should be in the chat thing. It's like the little word balloon bubble. You got a 19. Yeah. You did great.
Oh, there it is. I didn't scroll down far enough.
Okay,
A
you're fine.
19? Okay.
Yeah. And you are able to see a little bit more as you kind of round this curve. Like over here, above you, you see the path keeps going on. And there's like a bridge that, like a stone bridge, that connects these two structures up ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It's higher than you are now, but you kind of very expertly get over here. Let me reveal some more to you.
Woo, he's revealing more.
Yeah, I might be playing a little generous with you because it is supposed to be like a blizzard type thing, so you probably can't see too far ahead of you. But whatever.
Thanks for being generous, DM.
Oh, sure. Oh, you do have those goggles, right? That let you,
Oh,
or I
yeah.
guess that's only in dark. I don't know if that would help too much in a snowstorm situation. But yeah, so do you keep trucking along, I assume?
Yeah, I think she is just mostly trying to be quiet because of that. I almost said alligator.
That would be a much different scenario for sure. Just instantly
Dragon.
die in a blizzard. I'm cold blooded.
That's funny. But yeah, I think at that point she's just like kind of, trucking along, being quiet, probably jumping over rocks and, maybe even uh, helping Snook, like again, like you said, holding hands and everything.
Oh, yeah, I do want to say maybe something mm, not auspicious, the opposite of that. Ominous is you can see the entrance to this. Oops. Let me do it this way. You can see the entrance over there. Like from where you are, it's above you,
Hmm.
and you can't really see it too clearly from here, but it's like crimson on the snow just around the entrance.
It's crimson on the snow around the entrance.
Yeah, so like possibly blood, or maybe someone was very messily eating some spaghettios.
Oh, yeah, or they were painting their nails and they dropped their red nail polish everywhere.
Yeah, it would be a lot of red nail polish, but yeah,
Dragons have big toes.
you're not wrong. So yeah, we're go ahead and move your friend wherever you're going.
I mean, aren't I just still going down that path?
Yeah, I'm inviting you to move them if you want.
Can I move all of us at once?
Yeah, if you well, I guess you don't have a mouse, but you can select them all. Like drag it.
Oh. Is this the entrance? David.
No, I guess. Well, the map told you what it is, but this is the gatehouse. Is what this separate building is.
Oh. Oh. More map.
Oops. Hang on just a second. Interesting that it's doing that. Okay, yeah. Will it do it? Oh no.
This is her spooky, windy, cold music.
Oh yes, please. There we go. Shoo. That was trickier than I thought. Okay, so you see some more now, right?
Yes. I see a big black pool.
Do you?
Yeah, it's not a pool?
No, I don't think so.
Mm.
Oh, you mean in this area?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff you still can't see yet. But that is the side of the building, kind of. There's some treacherous rocks here. I keep saying treacherous. Some dangerous, slippery, perhaps rocks.
Someone loves a thesaurus.
I need one. Use
That's
more
not,
than one word.
I said someone needs his thesaurus. Someone needs their thesaurus.
Thesaurus. Yeah, I thought you said someone loves their thesaurus, and I was like, well, so you can also see the keep over here. Looks like there was some kind of avalanche kind of thing, or some kind of something that broke apart a lot of the wall, and it fell down over to in front of this path too that you're gonna have to walk through.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see this like blue line over there,
Yes, I do.
yeah, that's like a big ice wall.
Mm.
Looks, and you can kind of see through it. It's like semi-transparent, and you can see like the dark shadows of where the edges of this keep are. But yeah, this ice wall seems to have covered it back up. But yeah, are you still trucking on this?
This ice wall that I'm looking at, on the other side, can I see anything, or is it just like a wall of ice?
You can see the shadows of kind of the walls, what's left of the walls of the keep beyond it.
Okay.
That's why I tried to give you some extra room for the visibility there to see where the walls are. But something definitely broke the actual stone walls of this place. And then a lot of them fell over this path that you're about to go through. And probably they're frozen over too. So yeah, how do you think you're getting past this these kind of frozen debris? Or just very carefully still, or is there anything special you're gonna do?
Is that all that debris is in front of me, right?
Yeah, it should be on the map, right? You can see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I was looking at that right.
Yeah. And then this again is very dangerous because this side, I guess to your left at this point, if you fall down, this is you falling down the mountain.
Where?
To your left, like the
Oh,
west side.
okay.
Yeah, the map is kind of interesting. Like that little crease that happens, you would fall down there and then keep falling down kind of forever.
Okay. So then very quietly, she sees the rocks and she, kind of does one of those very like protective things where she like, kind of moves back with her body and she's got both of her arms out at their sides and kind of takes Snook especially. And she like looks down and she sees this cliff and it's just like millions of miles down, or at least from what she can tell because it's all snowy. So she takes her left arm, and swoops Snook back behind her. And she looks at Snook and puts her finger up to her lips, like to stay quiet, and then points over to the edge, and looks down and she quietly says, "Stay close to the wall, Snook." And then just kind of like guides him towards the wall. And then she looks up at Shanjan and she says, "You know what we have to do."
Ooh, he might, but I don't. What do you have to do?
I think they're going to need to figure out how to get over the rocks, right? So I think she maybe needs to do a spell or something.
Yeah, what kind of spell are you thinking?
I don't know. Let me look at them.
Okay.
Damn it. I feel like when I finally get it right, then I always do it wrong the second time. Can people see that when I mess up like that?
No. You're good. Mess up as much as you want.
Well, in that case,
Not a lot though, because I have to edit it out.
oh, sorry.
Shanjian just holds his bird calling staff closer, like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, yeah. What if it's like this? Like it's just like like random, like caw, 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 caw.
Yeah, and Snook's like, "No, no, no."
All right, spells. Here we go.
Oh yeah, actually, I guess the way this is that once you get to like past this place, like where the rocks actually kind of start,
Mm-hmm.
I guess since both of them are mountains, you're actually going to be in like a valley, so you probably won't have too much danger of falling to your death. Although this area will be falling to your death. So
Right. And then as far as using my spells, can I use one on these rocks right now and still like be able to use some later or what?
yeah, so I guess let's explain how spells work. You have a certain number of slots per day. Oh, I think you should be at full. I don't know why you were below that. Probably didn't reset. But so those cantrip spells, of which you have 3, you can use them as many times as you want forever. They
Mm-hmm.
never run out. First level, you have 4. You can use 4 of them until you like sleep and regain your vitality or whatever again.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have second level spells, which are further down, and you have 3 of those that you can use per day. And sometimes, if you want, you can use a first level spell as a second level spell to make it more powerful.
Hmm.
But you're going to use one of your second level slots in that case, and you don't have to use different ones. Like you have Shatter, Invisibility, and Cloud of Daggers, for instance. You don't have to use them each once. You could use Invisibility 3 times if you want. It's up to you, just as long as you don't do a total of 3 or over a total of 3.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Kind of, I guess. But so as far as this goes, can I use one and still be okay for later, or am I gonna have to figure out how to use my abilities to get over these rocks?
Yeah, it's just depending on how you want to tackle it, really. You could try to save these spells for the dragon or whatever's in the Stone Cold Reavers with their kidnapping people. Pip and Nilsa.
Mm-hmm.
Pip and Nilsa are kidnapped somewhere in there is another big problem. You could try to use a just one of your skills again. But yeah, it's totally up to you. Do you think one of your spells would help out, especially?
I mean, I was looking for something that would like clear the way.
Ooh, well, I know one of them would be, but part of it is that it's very loud.
Right. Yeah, I know. Are you thinking about the fireballs or?
Oh, your fireball necklace. That's true. That would be very loud as well. I was thinking the thunder wave would definitely clear them
Oh,
out.
yes. Yeah.
But
Thunder wave.
part of it is that it sounds like thunder, so quite loud.
Good old trusty thunder wavy. Okay, so let me
And
think.
yeah, let me help out. I'll check what Shanjian has. I don't think he has anything that could help you either, though. Nah, he doesn't. Ooh, actually. Well, guidance could help. I put it in the chat here if you want to read his spell there. That could help you if you want to do a skill check. You get to add a 1d4 to whatever you roll.
Okay, let's go ahead and use the guidance. I think she's going to need to use dexterity.
Yeah, is there a specific spell that or spill that you think is going to help? Just kind of a acrobatics type thing.
I think I'm just going to like try to cross it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I do some sort of cool move.
Yeah, if you're doing a cool move, it's definitely acrobatics.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I could use my acrobatics again. I haven't really like used it in the past, so
Yeah, not really.
yeah. Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
All right. So what she does is she pushes, Snook to the wall, and then she looks at him and she picks up her mithril armor that she's wearing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her little her little tunic or whatever.
Yeah, like a dress, I guess.
Yeah, and she picks it up like this, like over her head, and then motions with her right hand for Snook to like climb inside of her shirt.
Okay.
And so then she's like, like goes like this, and I think Snook probably just kind of like looks at her and blinks and like licks his eyeball, and then just kind of, like when you see like a gecko like sliding up a wall or whatever,
Yeah.
crawling around, and so he like crawls inside of her shirt and like kind of flattens himself out,
Okay.
and then she's gonna put the armor on over him, and she's gonna crouch really low because she knows that Shanjan can handle like walking over these, but she's worried about Snook.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's gonna like, crouch down really low, and then slowly one by one just like hop on a one of the jagged rocks, and then just kind of like hop from one to the other one, like almost like hopscotch.
Oh, yeah, that's terrifying. I love that. Yeah, go ahead and give us a roll. See how well you do.
For acrobatics, right?
Yeah, I think that's how you described it. Oh, incredible! You didn't even need that guidance.
I was just gonna say, how do I use the guidance with that?
Yeah, well, you got a 20, so you don't even need it.
Okay.
I mean, he did cast it, I guess. So let's see what that would be. Hey, 22 total. Incredible. So, oh yeah, maybe since you are being guided by Timora, maybe it's this dog. Since you're being guided by Timora, maybe it was an element of luck to that too. Oh, and of course we have to have the scene of every movie where you're, going through something high up, and one of these rocks, maybe there's like a layer of ice over it, and it cracks, freeing the rock, and the rock kind of rolls and tumbles down this mountain, and everyone kind of watches it tumble down into icy mist oblivion below you.
Right.
It's like, ooh, that's a long way down. Surely one of them says that. Shanjan's just like, yeah, that's a long way down.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of very carefully, probably with his staff, kind of makes his way through that as well. Everyone kind of holds their breath, but you make it through. And then I'm going to move you a little bit. So you go under this bridge thing, and you see that there's, I think you can probably see on the map too, right? There's an ice wall there as well.
Is that an ice wall? It looks like some sort of pathway.
You might not be able to see. Let me reveal a little more. Can you see it now?
What about it?
Yeah, there's like looks like that bridge above you. There was an ice wall that kind of blocked it, but you can kind of see from your angle that someone broke through it.
Okay.
But yeah, so how you're back over this side. How are you doing anything special around this way? You're about to the entrance now.
I think maybe they take a moment, and Seraphina grabs the two of them and like crouches. I almost said something completely different. Crouches down and looks at Snook and Shanjan face to face, and grabs both of their hands and just whispers, "By the luck of Timora, may she keep us safe in our journey. As long as we have each other, we will always be friends to the end." And then she like squeezes their hand and like gives them a knowing look and looks at Snook and says, "Snook." and then looks at Shanjan and says, "There's no other soldier that I would want by my side other than you."
I love that. And what a beautiful moment. Very rudely interrupted.
Huh. How did I know you were going to do that?
Okay. This crossbow bolt, as you kind of are giving this pep talk, sails right by you. I think yeah. I mean, I guess you don't even know it's a crossbow bolt, but some kind of arrow or missile goes right through you. Maybe you okay, timeout.
Okay.
Yeah, this missile kind of goes. Maybe you instinctively, maybe you and Shanjan both kind of take a step away from each other as this missile kind of goes right by your noses. And you look over to where it came from, and you see these little arrow slits in this keep. Like those little very narrow windows where archers can hide out, and it looks like there's definitely an archer in there.
Okay.
They don't like that you're here, probably. What do you do? Let's roll initiative, I guess.
All right. Where's that?
If you click on your token, the little options should come up at the top, and there's one that says roll init, which is short for initiative.
My bad, it was already up. Okay, roll init. Ready? So Seraphina sees it, and they instinctually like they instinctually like both of them like lean back, and as soon as they see that something flying at them, like, so now that they know that there's some sort of crossbow shooter aiming for them, the two, Seraphina grabs both of the guys and like, yanks them down and then just points up to the air and goes, "Stay low, keep cover. Snook, are you okay?"
He's just looking around, like his eyes are like even bigger than normal.
So yeah, that's what she does.
Oh my gosh, I didn't clear out the thing from last time. What was I thinking?
Wow. The DM is not prepared.
We had a terrible mistake. Okay, but let me see what she rolled there. Okay, let's see. What have I done? All right. Yeah, she rolled very well. I mean, he or she, the archer. Hopefully you can't see her name, but you probably can. I didn't hide her properly. But I rolled really well, but then I forgot how to turn the turn order thing on and rolled very poorly when I tried it again, so I'm going to give you that.
Which one?
The worst one. You're lucky.
Oh.
Oops. There you go. So we're actually starting off with Shanjan. So let's see. Do you want to control him, or do you want to control him and or Snook?
Who do you like to play?
I like to play the baddies. So if you don't want to play one or the other, I can take them over if you want. But
So
I'm totally
basically,
fine with playing the baddies.
am I playing both of them or just one of them?
It's up to you. I'm giving you the option to play all three of these Team Serafina characters.
Oh, I got confused. Then sure, why not? I'll play all of them, I guess.
Yeah, go for it. So Shanjian's up first.
So Shanjan's up first. He sees that he has been shot at, and Shanjan.
I see this grid isn't exactly perfect, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh. I just want to look at his stuff that he can do really
Sure.
quick.
Yeah, he's got some fun things. Mostly healing kind of stuff. Sacred Flame is his big offensive thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
But it's tricky because it has to be a creature that you can see, and I don't think you can totally see this creature. Although, I'll give that to you. They're probably in the like you can see at least a shadow behind the arrow slits.
Okay. All right. So I think that he is gonna he looks up and he sees like two eyes like just staring back at him through the window.
Terrifying. I love
And
it.
and then, you see them like stare at each other, and whoever this person is notices them too. And all of a sudden he decides, he says very quietly to the other two, "Step back." And then he holds his staff of bird calls in the air, and he like just does one of these and goes, "For Timora," and then bows his head, puts the staff back on his back, and uses a sacred flame.
Yeah. That's awesome. So let's see. How does that work?
Do I need to hit it? Click the sacred flame?
I think they have to do a check against it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is so it's DC 15, I believe. So let's see how good she does. He or she. Nobody knows. Ooh, did not make it.
Mine?
No, it's good. Good for Team Serafina. So, well, doesn't do a ton of damage that time, but all right. So yeah, maybe you see this room light up, like the windows kind of light up with silvery light, and that's Shinjan's turn. Like he probably can't move anywhere. He's right in the middle anyway.
Okay.
Whew. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so then you see Shanjan just get hit with one of these crossbow bolts. And it sticks out of maybe his arm or something. And then you see kind of the shadow of this woman back there. We'll say it's a woman, I guess. Who knows how you know, but you can tell.
So did one of them hit him?
Yeah. And then they disappear into this room and you can't see them anymore.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Oh. So hers was the hit. But was he able to use his sacred flame on her?
Yeah. You saw the room light up. So probably something happened, but hard to tell.
Okay. All right. So Serafina grabs Shanjan, and she just like looks at him and says, "Soldier." And she's like very concerned, about her friend. And so she looks at the wound, and she's just like, and then looks up at the sky and says, "For Timora."
Oh yeah, and he I think you can see his hit points, right? Like that little red bar above his
Yeah.
token.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he got hit, but he's not that bad off. So he kind of just puts his hand up and just like through gestures and just knowing this person enough, he's just like, we're fine. I'm okay. Let's get this lady.
Okay. So then Serafina, nods. They give each other a knowing nod, and she decides to use her short bow.
Yeah. The trick though is they went back in this room, so you can't see where they're at now.
Mm. Ooh, okay, and she can't make noise, so
I will say the entrance is very close, but I don't know. Looks like they're in this place that the entrance would lead to.
okay. Well, I think that Serafina at this point will probably like, if she can't see for the short bow, then maybe she can. Cloud of daggers, maybe, but you can't see her.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky. To be fair, the entrance is like right here.
Uh-huh.
That's where the main door is.
All right, so then maybe she should just go straight for the main door.
Yeah, up to you.
All right, so maybe Serafina just wants to go to the main door since she can't see anything.
Mm-hmm. So you can move 5 of these squares.
Oh, whoops.
You're fine.
I think it was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, and actually, if you want to you can do a dash. So if you're not going to attack, you can do your speed twice, so you can do another 5. So you could probably get to the door, but then you can't really do anything else. You can, open it, but you can't go through it, I guess.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
I will say, now that you have a better look of this, there's all these like bodies, like terribly grizzled, like corpses of these creatures by the doorway here. Looks like some of them were probably thrown off or something. But probably in life they look something like this.
Oh.
In fact, they're basically snooks species called cobalt. And they're like pieces of them. They're like, it's a very grisly scene right by the entrance here.
Okay.
It's like, oh, there's probably more than 2, but it's hard to tell because, just disgustingly mangled and frozen over. So yeah, okay. So you're probably at the door then, right?
Yeah. So yes, I use dash. Do I have to like click anything for dash or?
Nah, you're good.
Okay.
Man, I'm annoyed that this grid is slightly off kilter, but whatever. So do you
How
open
dare you?
I know.
Come prepared.
Yeah. Well,
I'm always prepared.
True. Do you open this door? It's like a big heavy door, but you can just push it open.
Are my friends with me?
Not yet.
No, I'm gonna wait for them to catch up.
Okay, fair. Snook's next. What does he do?
I think Snook would. Does he have any sort of abilities and shit?
Yeah, I think I let you see his character sheet. It's basically just he can attack.
Well, he can't really attack, so maybe he can also run.
Oh, he's kind of a team person. He's got this pack tactics thing. That's about the only thing he has going for him.
Oh, well, then he needs to run to catch up to Serafina, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, is that speed right? Weird. He goes even slower than you somehow. I wonder if I made that up. During the break, I can look that up again. But he only gets 4 squares instead of 5.
Okay. So he only gets four squares.
Yeah, and if he wants to dash, he can do it. 8.
How do you make him up? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so he's still behind me, but he's closer.
Yeah, that's fair. And then it's back to Shanjian.
Okay.
So he, as a human-sized person, can go quite faster. He's got 6 squares.
Okay, well, he just wants to catch up as well, and he sees Snook, and he's just like, "Oh, wait for me," and like very quietly. So he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, and if he does a dash, he can do it again. Yeah, he can get there to the door.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, then so that's the end of his turn, and you see someone in the shadows over here.
Uh-oh.
Kind of come up to the door.
Yeah, and Seraphina's just like looking at the door, and she's like, trying to figure out if she can just push it open or if she has to go around or something. So she's just kind of like inspecting and maybe doesn't see the person behind her.
Wow. Somehow she another crossbow bolt just kind of flies off into the distance, and then they disappear back into the darkness beyond this this window. That's, I mean, not even above you. Basically, now it's like on level with you, and you hear kind of maybe inside above the wind like some mechanical noises, possibly of a crossbow being reloaded.
Uh-oh.
And then it's back to you, Seraphina.
Okay, so
You opening this door now?
yeah, I think it's time to go ahead and open the door. So she sees all the dead creatures at her feet and just kind of like shuffles them off to the side a little bit, but like very, being respectfully doing so at the same time, like gingerly, just kind of like, moving it off to the side. And then she takes her arms and she looks up at this giant door and she slowly pushes it forward.
Yeah. So what you see is, I revealed on the map here, kind of like a stable with 5 places. One of them's empty. The closest one to you is empty.
Is that Toblerone?
Huh?
Hargitor.
Oh no, none of these horses look familiar to you. Toblerone would have been a damn fine horse name. I'm kind of sad about that. I mean, they're new to you. Any one of them could be called Toblerone. We don't know.
Toblerone. So there's Toblerone. There's Almond Joy. There's
Noun.
No. There's oh gosh, what is that other one called? Ritter Sport.
What is that? Oh,
Yeah.
one is definitely named Shamrock.
Shamrock, Almond Joy, Toblerone, and Ritter Sport.
Yes, absolutely. There's little plaques in front of all of them that say those exact names. I'm going to write these down. Hold on just a second.
Wow.
So
this dog doesn't sit down. She can't just relax.
She's a horse. Toblerone. Yeah, you see these 4 horses that they look kind of stressed out, and they look over at you in surprise as you come in. There's like hay everywhere. They're like tied up to these stables, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know how stables work.
Yeah.
And then there's this man at the end of the hall, kind of like this, kind of stately.
Oh, no.
And you've seen this person before, but it's been, I mean, weeks for Serafina and perhaps a year for us, or for Marisa at least. But he's one of these Stone Cold Reavers that you saw before,
Oh.
and he kind of comes around the corner as you come out, and he says, he kind of looks at you sternly. He's yeah, how do I describe this person? How would you, based on this picture? He's very stately. I mean, he's based kind of on. I said they're all kind of. It seems to me like they're based on Game of Thrones characters, and this one is definitely Grey Worm. I feel.
Hmm.
You remember him? Is
Yes.
how they describe him. So if
The
you
bat.
picture him, but I feel like a little older, maybe a little more weathered, and he's like, if you lay one hand on these horses, this will be the last day you breathe. And these horses kind of neigh, and I think we might leave it right there.
Oh man.
All right,
Okay.
right? Yeah. Do you want to play us out?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it. Okay, I'm ready. All right.
Just focus right on your torso.
Is this better?
Yeah, if you don't want to see your eyes, I guess. Oh, are we looking at your strumming? Okay, I get it. That makes sense. I was like, is this like a boob shot or what's happening? Yeah, okay, now I get it.
All right.
I forget. Most people aren't focused on what I'm focused on.
Okay. Oh, I need something a little. Yeah, that's good. Okay. We're walking through snow. We're walking and Snook is so slow.
Rude.
We're walking and it's dangerous. Dangerous for us. We're walking through snow. Where does this path go? What's on the other side? We don't know. But we must go forward. We get to an entrance and push the door open. We see horses inside, and on their plaques their names are Toblerone, Almond Joy, Shamrock, Ritter Sport, and who do we see? It's a Stone Cold Reaver. To be continued.
Amazing. All right, let's take a little break.
Break them!
Oh my gosh, we're back. Can
Hello.
you, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Great. Hey, my name's David. We're playing Doisp. I don't know if I said that last time, but we're doing it. We're playing it. You're on Icespire Peak. I don't know if you know this, but Doisp stands for Dragon of Icespire Peak. You're on Icespire Peak right now. This is like the end of the road, girl.
Oh wow.
What? Who are you, girl?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Serafina Tea Leaf. People call me Feeny Teeny.
Yeah, I've heard that
Feeny.
before. So last time you just got to the entrance of this Icespire hold is what they call it.
Hmm.
A mountain, or wait, nope, a castle in a mountain. On top of a mountain, it's very snowy. There's a dragon sleeping on top. Careful for that. There's also a group of mercenary people, adventurers perhaps, that have gone a different moral route than you have, called the Stone Cold Reavers. They kidnapped two children from Phandalin, uh, Pip and Nilsa. Ooh, let me try that again. They kidnapped two kids from Phandalin. They're called Pip and Nilsa. You're kind of trying to kill the dragon, I think, especially, but also rescue these children, which is awful. Last thing that happened was, as you were kind of going around this tricky, I'm trying not to say treacherous, this tricky narrow pathway up this mountain to the entrance of this gatehouse, which is the building that leads to the keep. Someone was shooting crossbow bolts at you from these little murder holes, I think is the actual technical historic term for these little windows that are good for archers. Shanjan at least got stuck with one, but the rest of you made your way through here, kicked open the door very dramatically. It was great. And you see one of these Stone Cold Reavers at the end of the hallway. Oops, let me show this to the folks. Yes, this is what he looks like. A very stately man. He said something along the lines of, if you hurt even one hair on these horses' manes, then I'll kill you. And I think that's where we stopped. We're still in initiative, I think. But do you have anything to say to this person?
Yes. So then Serafina, I think she will look up at him, and I think like she just kind of gasps and is like, Reaver. What was his name again?
I don't know if you ever knew his name. But yeah, who cares? His name's Norath.
So then if she doesn't know his name, then she would just be like, Reaver. And then her eyes like narrow and she looks straight at him and she says, Sir, I am a Stoneheart. There is no way I would ever hurt these horses.
Yeah, that maybe sets him at ease a little bit. He does have, what weapon does he have? Oh, he has a like a big long sword, maybe slung. Well, would a long sword be over your back? Maybe it's just at his hip. Yeah, that makes more sense. And he probably has his his hand on the guard of this sword. Like he's ready to draw it at any moment. Oh, and he has oh my gosh, he has two swords on him and a crossbow slung over his back. That's probably what's there. So he's kind of armed to the teeth here. He kind of narrows his eyes though, and just like let's see. I think I was trying to think of him having an accent. Let's see. It would be like a stately, right? So, well, I'm not. A stone heart means nothing to me. I have no idea what that means. If you're here for any of the Stone Cold Reavers, well, that's also a problem. But these horses are under my protection.
And then she says, well, what that means, sir, is that I come from the Stoneheart family, and as a halfling who is both strong and loving, we would never harm anything. And then she kind of like giggles and she's like, huh, I mean, of course I have to harm sometimes during a battle, but we're not here for the horses. We're here to save 2 little children that were stolen from Phandalin. And I don't want to blame you, good sir, but in faith that I give you my word that I will never touch these horses or cause any harm to you. Please tell me, where are the children? We need to save those children. They're not yours to take.
Interesting. Yeah, he's like, family means very little to me as well. My family threw me into a gutter in Cholt. I was almost eaten by dinosaurs, and I made my way here. The Strongheart family of yours. Words on the wind. But children, I saw children come through here. It's what's his name? Oh, he says oh, Barlow's little playthings. I think we're going to ransom them off. Distasteful, if I being completely honest. But again, none of my concern. I'm here to guard these horses.
And then she looks at Snook, and she like are back there where he is, way back there, and she says, these children are not these children are not my blood family. They are my family and they are my friends. And I'm sure if you were a child, you would have appreciated someone taking care of you. Those children cannot be auctioned off and sold. They have families in Phandalin, and they have people that will sorely miss them. And maybe we could strike a deal to get them back. Because unfortunately, if there's no agreement between the two of us, I will have to fight my way past you to go look for them.
Oh, yeah. That's super interesting. So what's the deal that you're kind of thinking? I think you kind of implied it, but just to make sure that we're on the same page, are you saying that? Yeah, what are you saying?
Either he lets them pass safely so that they can go save the kids, or she's going to have to fight him.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let me, I forgot to set my alarm real quick before we get any further.
Good, because guess what? I just checked on our bento order and it's disappeared.
Oh, oops. All right. I've set my alarm. Do you need a minute or?
No.
Okay. So yeah, this guy Norath, I think you kind of get the impression, especially since you're promising not to hurt these horses, that he's kind of okay with letting you pass, but possibly. But do you want to try to roll a skill for that? It sounds like you're trying to persuade him, right? I think you have there's a specifically a persuasion skill, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Oh, you're quite good at it too. Unless
so I'm doing persuasion, you said?
Unless you're trying to deceive him, doesn't seem like the case, right? You're not really lying, or do you think you're lying?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I think persuasion makes the most sense based on how you kind of describe that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so persuasion, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Please, sir, you must let us pass unharmed. and show us which direction we can find the children. The last thing I want to do is hurt you. But no matter what happens, I promise I will never touch a hair on these beautiful horses' heads.
Whoa, you're so good at rolling. I thought I
I
really thought you were going
don't
to, I really thought you were going to I think last time I said on that skill challenge you're going to use up all your good rolls before you get to the dragon, but I mean, you're
know.
almost there. Yeah, well, let me show this to the viewers. Don't you look though.
I'm not looking. I'm gonna reorder real quick.
There you go. But you Oh wait, why isn't it showing it? Oh no. Okay. Interesting. When I pop it out. All right, let me actually, since we're taking a minute, let me reshare my thing because yeah, for reasons. Ah. Oh no. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I just realized they weren't able to see my secret notes because I made it pop up.
Oops.
But okay, so this, anyone watching this, lots of people watching this, you can see what hopefully the DC that just happened. Yeah, so yeah, I think you can tell that. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Yeah, I think you can tell that he's kind of, maybe he just kind of nods his head slowly, just like in kind of understanding. It's like, well, yes, I wouldn't want especially children to be thrown to the dinosaurs as I was as a child. And he kind of takes a step back into this hallway and doesn't seem like he's going to be a problem for you.
Okay, great.
So yeah, I guess we're going to go back into initiative. I think Shanjan was next, I guess. I forgot if I started over or what. Or no, I guess we didn't go to Snook, right? Yeah,
No.
I think that's actually where we were because he's still way back there. So do you want to move Snook again?
Yeah, he's moving 4, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to look that up and forgot. But yeah.
Okay, so he's basically right next to Shanjan.
Yeah. And you can have him do you can have him do a dash if you want so that he could go further up.
Like 1 more?
Yeah, if you want.
He would do 4 more?
So yeah, dash just means that you won't be able to attack or do anything else, but you can do your move twice.
Okay, so he's right here.
Okay. Whoa. Oh my gosh.
What?
I definitely like it. Oh no. Well, yeah, Snook actually is speed 30, which is wild to me. That's like he's supposed to be your size, but he can go very fast, apparently, as fast as Shinjan. So I was robbing him of some speed. So you can actually move four further up if you really want, but I think that's a fine place for him to be if that's what you prefer. But anyway, it's Shinjan after that.
Okay. So I mean, I think they're just traveling at this point, so Shanjan can just go, right? Just
Yeah. So remember, he can move 6.
okay.
So let me see as you're doing that. Maybe I can realign this thing a little bit.
All right, I just moved him.
Yeah. Okay, great. I think the squares might match up now finally. Oh no, did I move everything over? Probably. No, it seems to line up still. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Okay. That shouldn't have worked, but it did. It just messed up the horses. Did it? No, it didn't. Damn it. Yeah. Okay. Well, whatever. Uh, sorry. So yeah, you move Shanjian over. Let me reveal more of this map to you. So yeah, you see Norath down here. He's probably against the wall back here, just kind of observing everything going on here. Not confined to not get involved.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, I guess he's, would he be? Yeah, I'll put him in the corner. So there's a door there, like 4 doors in this room that kind of this opens up into,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems like he's just pretending you're not even there. Does Shanjian do anything else, or is he? Are you good?
Um,
I guess he moved. And did he do a dash as well, or just his regular move?
he didn't do a dash. He just did a regular move, and he's standing in the hallway right now, or on the
Okay.
doorway.
So you can have him do something else. I don't know what you would do, but you have the option. But honestly, I have no idea what you would have him do in this
I
case.
I really don't either.
Yeah. So fair to go to the next person.
Yeah.
Okay. So this person kind of busts open this door, and it's this woman that you saw in the town last. She's got like a big facial scar, kind of a, what is that haircut called? Like an under shave or something?
Under
Undercut?
undercut.
Yeah. She's got like long blonde hair and it's probably like braided up, and she's impossibly tall. She's like 6.5 feet tall or something, with like wintry clothes on, but they're all like leather and furs and stuff. And she's holding a very big crossbow. Like it might be like the size of you almost, the size of Seraphina.
Hmm.
It looks like a big, nasty crossbow. And she kind of just probably just kicked open this door. You see behind her, maybe, I guess, now that the door's open, there's like stairs that go up a little bit.
Okay.
But she had to do a dash, so she doesn't have an actual attack. So, sorry. And it's over to Seraphina now, actually.
Okay, so Seraphina, I'm
Oh,
gonna.
actually, sorry to interrupt. I think she might look over and just hold this crossbow at Shanjian, aim it at him, and
Uh-huh.
look over and see Norath. And she says, you know, uh, how would she talk? I think she's very, like, she doesn't talk a lot, but when she does, it's like a thing. So she's like, Norath, get these intruders. Just kind of shouts orders to him. But anyway, go ahead.
So then I need Seraphina to move. So she's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's standing basically like right with Shanjan.
Okay.
Or maybe, like there.
Yeah, that's fine.
So technically they're on top of each other. So let's just say she's right next to him.
Okay, yeah. I think you can't like stop your movement in someone else's square, even if they're your friend. So that works out fine for me.
Okay.
So now she's like, you kind of get in the way of her
Yeah.
aiming at Shinjan.
I'm gonna get right in the middle between them, and then I'm gonna like hold up my hand and like hold up both of her hands. She holds up both of her hands like to show that she's not holding a weapon. And she says, "Excuse me, Miss Reaver. We came in search of 2 children who were stolen from the village of Phandalin, and we mean no harm. I've already given my word to Mr. Reaver over there that no harm would come to anyone here, nor the horses. will be very protected, as I am a Stoneheart. And please understand that I'm not here to battle. I'm not here to fight. I'm just here to find the two children, as they're not yours to auction off.
Hmm. Um, are you trying to make some kind of deal with her?
Yeah, I think she kind of wants to be like, hey, just don't try to attack me. But okay, so maybe she will make a deal.
Yeah, and I think that's totally fine. But right now, she seems very hostile. Like she wants to kill these intruders, and it doesn't seem like you're going to convince them to get like the moral or to get to have her. Sorry, it doesn't seem likely that you're going to get her to like appeal to her morality based on these children at this point.
Right.
It looks like this is a woman in the middle of battle. She's going to kill the intruders of this castle. So you might, if you want to take a minute to maybe a round or something of initiative to think about what you could possibly offer her, because right now, maybe just see it in her eye, like, oh, this woman's in the midst of battle. I've seen this before in the war. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So she knows that she's like doesn't want to help her at all. So maybe she starts like looking through her bag to see if there's something that she can offer her instead.
Oh yeah, actually, and if you do that right in front of her, if you let her, do you let your guard down to check in your bag?
I think she's gonna put her hand up and say, "Please let me look in here and see what I can possibly give you. That way we may make a fair trade for the children."
So do you let your guard down and look in your bag?
No.
Because if you put your hand up and say, "Oh, give me a minute to look in the bag," she does not seem like she's dropping her crossbow or anything.
So maybe Serafina just reaches in her bag and grabs a few gold coins and says, "Look, I have money." And then, puts her hand out. And she says, let you're going to auction the children anyway. Let me buy the children right now.
And I think she just like sneers at that. And Norath from, I guess, not technically behind you, from the side down the hall, I guess, you kind of hear him kind of laugh or chuckling under his breath.
So then she says, "Well, if money is nothing to you, then what about a weapon? You seem like a." And then she tries to appeal to her and says, when I was in the big war, which we don't speak of, there were many warriors just like you, and I fought with them side by side. So if money's nothing to you, maybe you would like a weapon, and we can make the trade then."
And then maybe Norath is the one that says this. I feel him being fast and loose with these D&D rules, but that's fine. I think he kind of interrupts and says, "Oh, you've been in a war then. You're also a veteran. Well, so is she. And she's the only thing she cares about is her loyalty to her commanding officer. And her commanding officer is the one that's getting the money, not her. I don't think you're going to entice her with any sort of shiny trinkets. she's going to follow her orders to the death, isn't it, Runa? And she kind of just sneers at him too, and she's like, "All right, traitor. If you're not going to help us, then you're part of the problem too." And then she aims this crossbow, and I think that's kind of your round here. So you might have to think about this, and I'm going to give it over to Snook. What does he do?
I think Snook, I guess he sees all of this.
Sorry, say that again.
Oh, okay. Snook sees all of this going on, and he leans over and is like, or he like peeks his little head around and he sees what's going on, and so he decides to. I think he just gets really angry and upset because he knows his friends are in the castle, but seeing Seraphina try to reason with this Reaver and it not working out makes him like super upset. So maybe he decides to like just kind of like slink over to where Seraphina is and like kind of
Yeah, I also forgot to mention, like, he had to walk through. Those were definitely his siblings' body parts out front.
oh yeah, so he's pretty upset. So I think he's gonna like slither around the corner and get on all fours and like, sort of like protect Seraphina's feet almost, like a dog would, and then just like look up at the lady and just like kind of like bare his teeth.
It's kind of like over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So he's just like angry and he just kind of like shows his teeth and they're like these pointy teeth, but now they're all like glistening with like spit and foam, and he's just like his eyes are very angry and he's like, Snook.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'm getting a Lilo and Stitch vibes here, which I kind of love. So yeah, then it's back to Shanjan. What's he doing back there? He still has this like crossbow bolt like stuck in his arm. Or he's a soldier. He's probably like broken that off at this point. But still, he's slightly injured, but barely.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's got just that one offensive spell, but he does have a lot of kind of helpful backup spells.
Where's his backup spells?
I don't know. Let's see. So yeah, his like bless is quite good. He can bless 3 creatures, and they get a D4 for up to a minute, so lasts a while. Cure wounds, I guess the only person that's injured is really him. So it's not super helpful right now. And Shield of Faith also raises your AC, so it makes it harder for other people to actually hit you.
So maybe so he's holding his arm because he knows that it's he's in pain and he's pretty upset. So I think at this point he might just like literally be like holding his arm, and he looks at Seraphina and he says looks up at the sky and he says, I know what I have to do. Unfortunately, and he kind of leans over and says it like in her ear, and he's like, I can't fight like this. It's time to use Timora's blessing. And he's going to use bless.
Yeah, interesting. So let's see what bless does. So he can bless up to 3 people. So I assume you and Snook, or does he want to do the enemy too? Just kidding. That would be an awful idea.
I think he's gonna bless Snook, Serafina, and Almond Joy, who's the horse that's right
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, he does have to concentrate, so he can't really cast spells for the rest of this. But let's see. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, you can roll an additional d4. Oh, so you can keep doing it. That's pretty good. So cool. I'll make a little note on your sheet, or on your token rather. What's a good bless symbol? Maybe this? Sure. You're so much stronger now. Do you see that tiny little icon next to you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's hopefully going to remind you that for this battle, you can roll a d4 whenever you roll a skill check or an attack. So basically, whenever you roll a d20, you can add a d4 addition to it. But also, Shanjian can't cast spells while he's doing that.
Okay.
Let's add something to him too. He what's good? These icons are so weird. Yeah, that looks concentrating. Sure. All right. So that's Shanjian.
Do I need to hit bless for Shanjan, or you got that?
No, it since it's willing, since he's casting it on willing people, there's no need to do a saving throw or anything. But he just has one more of these first level spells left. He did cast one of those.
Okay.
All right, so then it's this lady's turn. Who, I mean, do you remember her name is Runa? I think Norath might have said it as well. But I mean, there's just one person to attack. I think she's going to try to attack you with her loaded crossbow here. I think 16 misses you, right? Yeah, you got 18 with that mithril sheet, so maybe it just bounces into that your armor and kind of bounces off. But she just drops that whole big contraption on the floor since she's right next to you and unsheaths her longsword and tries to do that. Tries to hit you with that as well. Yeah, she's gonna do it double-handed. She's a mean old lady. Oh, that one does hit you. So that you take 11 damage. I'll take it off for you.
Thanks.
Problem. And it's Norath's turn. I think Norath is kind of a non-participant here. He's just kind of like maybe just rolling his eyes and looking over these horses to make sure that they're not being hurt. And then it's back to Feeny.
And then Feeny has her hand on her chest, and she looks at is the crossbow like in her shoulder or stomach or where?
No, so she shot you with the crossbow, but it kind of bounced off your armor. So she dropped the whole crossbow on the floor, like at your feet, and then took out her sword, and that's what actually ended up hurting you. So she switched from crossbow to sword.
So then she grabbed her wound and she looks up and she says, "This is not the Strongheart way." And then she you see like a ultimate like fire in her eyes, basically. So then I think she should. I think maybe I was looking at a spell, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and take out my
sword,
my rapier.
Yeah, go for it.
And then just go ahead and attack her.
Yeah, I think if you click on your token, they should have those up there. like the dragon rapier button.
The dragon slaying rapier.
Yeah, if you click on your token, I think it's like the second option, dragon rapier.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so she sees that, she looks up and she says, "This is not the Strongheart way." And she says, "I didn't want to do this, but it's for the children." And she pulls out her dragon rapier and she takes it and she aims straight for underneath the lady's chin.
Ooh, yeah. Go for it.
Oh, why didn't it do it? Oh, no. But wait, don't I have extra?
Oh, yeah, you can roll an extra d4. Let me do that for you. Because you're blessed. Oh, no, only one. So, yeah, that actually ends up maybe you do your full might into this rapier attack, and she kind of just parries it with her longsword. And she kind of maybe, you meet like halfway with your blades crossed, lightsaber style, I guess, like Star Wars. And she kind of just smiles, like, like I've got the upper hand now. Basically, is what she's saying with her eyes. And then it's over to Snook.
Does Snook actually do any sort of attacks?
Yeah, if you go to his character sheet, he does have that sharpened stick. And he has pack tactics, which he has advantage on rolls against a creature if at least one of the kobold's allies is within 5 feet. So he will, since you two are both next to it, like he's good at being your backup. So since you're within, adjacent to the enemy, he'll get to have advantage on this roll. So it'll be easier for him to hit. But yeah, I think we said he like sharpened a stick to come with you.
Yeah.
To help you
Okay,
out.
so how about I use so Snook uses his shark stick. So Snook is still like on the ground, like hit up, and now he like he looks to see what's happening with Seraphine and he hisses and he takes the sharp stick from like wherever it was on his back or something and aims right for her like Achilles tendon.
Ooh, interesting.
And
And
so he kind of like, he takes it and he sees her heel and, and he just tries to like stab her through her boot.
yeah, and wildly he gets 2 attacks with this too. So let's see how well he does. It's wild, so they're also at advantage. So he's a pretty good little helper. Let's see. Who the first attack, even with advantage, missed. But oh no, he did almost no damage. So he does actually get her, but he just did 1 damage on that second one that actually hit. So he gives her like a splinter almost, basically. Like maybe he hits her with, and she's got like some serious. We said like she's covered in furs and like leather armor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's kind of maybe does a bunch of these like pokes into it, and doesn't seem like it really phases her too much. But now she's at least her attention is divided between you two, so he's not doing nothing. Speaking of people who do nothing, Shanjan, go ahead. Burn, Shanjan, burn.
Shinjan burn. All right, so just to go over that again, the second attack did hit her or didn't hit her?
If you see in the chat here, it shows all the rolls, I believe. Can
Yeah.
you see the sharp stick?
Yeah, so it did hit her, right?
Yeah, but do you see the damage?
1. Oh, okay. Okay. So this bee is really being annoying.
Yeah, and she did what 11 damage to you last time she hit you,
Right.
and she gets 2 attacks.
Okay. Um so then I think that Let's see. Let me look at his sheet again.
Well, if he casts Sacred Flame, though, the blessing's going to go away.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's
So then
the
what
tricky
else would
part.
he do?
Well, if you want to try to get him over next to her, he can hit her with that staff, but that's about it.
And then he would still lose the bless, right?
No, he can make regular attacks and still keep concentration, but if he casts a spell, he loses it.
Okay. So he's kind of still struggling, but he's gonna like go around them and like and swiftly come up to the side, and then he's gonna hit her with the staff, and he's just literally just gonna raise it up and say, um, "For Timora, for the children," and then takes it and like with both hands, and he's like, "Ah!" because he feels like the pain, and he just wham slams it down like basically like on the side of her head.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's staff, right? I just hit staff.
hmm yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't go through her armor. Maybe he just like hits her baseball bat style, like in the side, and it seems like she doesn't even notice that he hit her.
Hmm.
But she did notice all these people getting around her, so I think she's going to try to. It's her turn. She's going to try to sword you if it decides to load. Weird. Try this again. Wake up. Ooh, what a time not to work. What a fun old thing. Interesting. I can't bring her character sheet up for some reason, but I'm going to use Norath's, but just know that it's actually her. It might do a weird name. Let's see, does 19 hit you? That's about your armor class. Oh, it does hit you, yeah. So she does 7 damage to you, and she's attacking you again. She's savage. Oh my gosh, she does hit you twice, yeah. You might be in rough shape. Let's see. Yeah, you're at about half life. She gets a few good hits in with this sword of hers. She's like also a soldier. You can tell almost immediately. Like, oh, she's seen some. I mean, also this facial scar going down. Her face. Um, this is not her first rodeo, and it seems like she's maybe trained to fight people that, like, maybe you have kind of advantage sometimes because as a halfling you're kind of smaller, and people aren't always people don't always know how to fight somebody half their height. But it seems like, oh, she does. She's, yeah, kind of kicking your butt.
Great.
And Seraphina's turn.
So Seraphina's feeling pretty bad and feeling pretty rough. And she's getting really upset because she's not, used to being beat up.
Yeah,
Oop.
it's been a while.
Let me see here. Oh, you know what? Let's go for it.
Go for what?
Cloud of daggers.
Oh my gosh, your favorite.
It's either
So
that
yeah,
or with the fireballs, and I want to keep it somewhat,
yeah. Both those will be dangerous to everyone around you too, which I think is funny.
what the cloud of daggers.
Yeah, probably less dangerous than the fireball for sure. Oh, and I mean, you're also trying to be quiet, so it'll definitely be quieter. Let's see, where are you, Cloud of Daggers? What level is that again? Oh, I see it. Never mind.
Are
Oops.
we?
Don't worry about that roll. I just wanted to bring it into the chat so I could read it.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Let's
And then I'm gonna
see.
read it too.
So you fill the air with spinning spectral daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, concentrated on the point you choose within range. Oh yeah. So yeah, pick a square that you want this thing to go at.
So this square, the one she's on.
Yeah, just right where she is.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. Oh my gosh. I think I made a thing for this. Yes, I did. All right. Do you see this little circly bladey thing?
Yeah.
This thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this square, that represents that this is affected by Cloud of Daggers for now.
Okay. So yeah, I think at this point she's like, shaking her head, and she's like, her voice kind of starts to raise a little bit, and she says, "When I was a soldier, it was every man for themselves at the very end. The dragon ripped us all apart. Very few of us stayed and helped each other." And she like looks at Shan Jan and then back down to Snook and then looks back at her and says, You are the worst kind of soldier. You are the kind of soldier that would desert people and leave them when they're in pain and dying. And if you won't reason with me, I have no choice but to do this. This is what we do to bad soldiers. And then she does her cloud of daggers. Oops.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. So, yeah, so to remind you, when anyone starts their turn in that square, or if anyone moves through it, they're going to take damage. So, just going to take some damage pretty soon. So, yeah, what does this cloud look like again to you? How would you describe it?
Um,
Is it
so,
special for Seraphina in some way?
um, so basically, she like raises her hand up towards the sky, and she kind of waves them in the air, and she goes, by Timora, this is for all of the soldiers that we have lost, the good ones who helped fight the dragon, not those who are defending. And then she brings her arms down, and as she brings it down, it's almost like a rain cloud appears, and all these daggers just start shooting out from the rain cloud like really fast, almost like hail, and then it just starts swirling around her body like in a cyclone, all these daggers.
I love that. That's really interesting. I think Norath, maybe we see just as the viewer of this TV show, he kind of raises his eyebrow and then kind of sneaks behind you folks, you fighting folks, and goes over to these horses.
All right, I'm gonna hit my button. Ready?
Mm-hmm. What button are you hitting?
My cloud of daggers.
Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about that. It's only when she starts her turn there, so it's on her turns when she actually takes the damage.
Oh,
But I believe it's Snook's turn now.
I think Snook is so angry, and he looks up at Serafina, and he stands back up on his two hind legs, and he goes Snook, and he raises his arms up, and he like does like the little circle thing, like almost like he's copying what Serafina's doing, and
Mm-hmm.
um, oops, sorry,
Is he gonna do a pokey?
hold on, I am. It's not like going to him there. So yeah, he's gonna go ahead and like he like pretends like he's like doing the same thing with her as she did, and then he grabs his stick again and he shoves it straight into her stomach.
Oh yeah. So yeah, do you want to make that attack? Do the sharp stick attack? You
Sharp
get to
stick.
do twice actually. Oh my gosh, incredible. Oh well, he does have advantage too. Remember, so he gets the 21 instead of the 4. So yeah, a total of 5 damage to her. Let's see. Perfect. Yeah, and then back to Shanjan.
And then Shanjan um, looks at Seraphina and says, "I remember those. I remember those at the end when the dragon came for us. Instead of working together, they were fighting each other. And you're right. She doesn't deserve the kindness that we've been trying to show her and her friends." And he takes his staff and he aims it right for her kneecaps and like just whacks her right in the kneecaps.
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, doesn't seem to affect her. Maybe she has like those shin guard type things on. But now she starts her turn, and oh my gosh, yeah. Do you know how to make a roll?
Me?
Yeah. So do you see that little bar on the left hand side of your Roll20 screen?
Mm-hmm.
There should be one that looks like a D20.
Yeah.
So if you hover over that, a little table will come up.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very top, there's a D4.
Yes.
You want to go over until it's a 4 of a D4 because you're rolling 4D4.
Okay.
And click that square. Ooh, 12. That's a significant amount of damage, yeah.
Woo, 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 woo.
And she doesn't get any kind of yeah. It for whatever reason, Roll20 gave a DC for that, but no, you don't get a DC. It's if you just start your turn there, you get it. So yeah, she definitely wants to get out of here. She oh man, she dropped her thing. You know what? She's gonna will she do this? Yeah, she's a soldier. She probably will, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do Noreth again, but it's actually her. She's gonna attack you.
She's gonna attack me.
Mm-hmm. Who? Well, maybe. She's gonna try to. Whoa, she rolled so poorly. That's some good Timora luck there. She missed you twice, and then she backs up and kind of goes up the stairs. And this dagger cloud is still now kind of blocking your way there.
Okay.
Let's see. How does this word again? When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. Okay, so when she leaves, it doesn't do additional damage, but anyone that goes through this area now is going to take that damage until you stop concentrating or cast another spell or something.
So she basically runs the opposite way. So then can I just stop concentrating on the cloud of daggers till it stops?
Yeah, if you want. You can do that anytime.
Okay. So I think seeing that she's running off, she looks over at Shanjan and she says, "Look, exactly like those bad soldiers. Running away, running away. That's right." And then she like closes her eyes and then um, opens her arms like above her head, kind of like she did at first. But this time, instead of like summoning the clouds, she takes her hands almost like she's closing the cloud. And so she takes her hands and closes her eyes, and then she puts her hands together and says, "Thank you, Timora, for the cloud, and thank you for the luck. We are grateful. We will never stop being good soldiers." And then she like, nods her head and all of a sudden it just like disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like one tiny little raindrop just like forms and like splashes on the ground.
Oh yeah, I love that. And speaking of which, well, you're not concentrating anymore, but it is your turn.
Yes. So then I think
Yawns.
she yawns.
She falls asleep.
Good night. Um, so yeah, I think at that point maybe she sees her running away, and I guess
And
Seraph.
she's running up the
Right.
stairs too. Yeah.
So I think Seraphine is probably, now that the cloud is gone, she's going to move like right here.
Mm-hmm.
So she moves 2 spaces, and then she's
And
gonna.
yeah, let me describe this better too, because she's not like escaping. She's escaping the daggers, but not really you. Like she gets up to the like the second story ish of this these stairs, but she turned back around with this sword and is ready to fight you again. So it's not like she's maybe retreating. Hopefully that's not the impression I was giving.
Mm-hmm.
But if you remember her, you probably stepped over her crossbow to get here, so she has nothing ranged weapons anymore.
Right. So then I think at that point she's gonna kind of chase after the lady and
Mm-hmm.
take her rapier out. And I don't know what's happening if he's like facing her or not, but she's gonna stab her, like try. And so if she's facing the other way, she's gonna try to stab her in the back.
No, you two are facing each other now, and you can definitely attack her.
Okay, so then if we're facing each other, she runs back and then she grabs her sword and she like just stabs her like right into her chest.
Let's see. Let's see if you do. Whoa! Oh my god! You got a critical. That's so good. Man, I don't know why I can't bring up her character sheet. That's so weird. Let me try to unshare and choose her. Wow, that's bizarre. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but meh. Well, I'm glad I have Norath over here. I think I'm just gonna have Norath sub for her. Because yeah, you got a 20, so you roll a natural 20 there. So that means you do 16 total damage, which is pretty wild. Oh man, I can't get her thing. Oh wait, no, I can. Sort of, just the hard way. All right. Gotta do math. Why am I even using Roll20 now?
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. Yeah, what's his critical hit? Like what she's not dead, but she's way more injured now, and you hit her in some critical area. Where do you hit her?
Okay, so I think at that point, I take the sword and I look at her right in their eyes and say, "You're a coward, and how dare you steal those children?" And then she says, this is for all the soldiers that were left behind," and takes her rapier and just slashes her neck, like, and like right across her neck, so that it just like starts bleeding out.
Ooh, well, she's not. This isn't a fatal wound, but
You
yeah,
said another critical wound.
yeah, not a fatal one, but yeah, I like that. You maybe you like cut her across the throat, and it's like you don't cut her jugular or anything, but it's like, oh, this lots of blood escaping from your neck. That's a bad thing. I like that. All right, then it's over to Snook.
Okay,
So
so
now you two are in a hallway, so it's going to be difficult for anyone else to kind of get up in here. But what's he thinking?
I think he is over here thinking like he's seeing all this blood and this carnage, and he's getting like really upset because now all he's thinking about is all of his brothers and sisters.
Hmm.
So I think he's going to run this way. I guess, would he have to run behind her if he wants to stab her again?
Yeah, I don't think he can get there because kind of Feeney's blocking the way. Those two are kind of taking up the staircase.
So then I guess he would just like run after and just, like yell out, "Snook!"
Yeah, I love that. That's kind of all you can do at this point.
Right.
So then over to Shanjan.
So I think Shanjan, I mean, he can't really go anywhere either, right?
Yeah, he does have that range spell, but he would have to give up the blessing concentration. I don't know if you want to do that.
So at this point, then, considering maybe he should um, maybe use his bird call
To what effect?
to like distract her.
Interesting. Um, that's pretty ridiculous. I might. I mean, I'll leave it up to the dice. Sure, why not? Um, what would this be? Uh, I guess this is a deception, right? You're trying to deceive them. So, do you know how to roll a charisma check for him, or do you want me to do it?
Um, is it on here? Maybe you'll have to do it.
Yeah, you just have to press his charisma.
Oh,
Oh my god, he rolled a 20.
how do you press his charisma?
When you bring up his sheet, there's like his abilities there. I was really hoping he would fail, but yeah, that's fascinating. All right, you know what? I'll. What's this bird noise? First of all, you have to earn this,
Hmm.
you monster.
So, all right. So I think he's trying to distract her so that Feeney can continue attacking, and he knows, that this is happening. So he's like, okay, if I can, in his head, he's thinking, if I can distract her, Feeney will continue fighting her, and she's already bleeding. So we just need her to we just need to kill her, basically. So he holds his staff up in the air, but he like holds it kind of behind him so that the sound is coming from behind him, and all of a sudden it's like a cacophony of like all these different like voice, like a bird calls all at once, almost like it's
Mm,
like a I don't even know what you would call them. It's not a swarm, right? So
a
it's like a
flock.
flock. Thank you. It's like a flock of
Oh, just make as many one after the other bird
bird
noises as
sounds.
you want, and I can overlap them when I'm editing them.
So a flock of bird songs, and he looks and he says, Timora, guide these voices. And he hears, um, um,
What about a rooster? What about a mockingbird?
mock, 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 mock.
Amazing. What's another bird? Oh, an eagle? An owl?
Ooh, 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 ooh.
What other birds we got? Do you know an ostrich noise? Do they make a noise?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you do a parrot already?
I was literally just thinking parrot when you said that. It's ridiculous that we just had the same thought at the same time. Um, I
really thought there'd be a cracker in there.
you want a cracker?
Amazing. Is that all the birds? Yeah, I guess that might be every bird. All right, so I'm going to layer them all together. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be great.
Every bird ever.
So this very useless magical item comes in handy, shockingly, and I think you definitely earn advantage on your next roll against her.
Okay.
And oh no. Okay, and now it's actually her turn though.
Ooh.
So she is distracted, but she has a warrior's instinct. She's ready. She's focused. Whew, okay, very nice. I think she swings a few wild swings. Maybe they go right over your head. It seems like she's very distracted. None of them connect with you. You're able to duck under them or jump over them. And now it's back to you. Do you want to attack her with advantage?
Yes. So you said she jumped over me?
No, you jumped over her swings.
I jumped over her. So do I go to the other side then?
No, I'm just trying to describe how she swung at you and you dodged out of the way pretty easily.
Okay.
Maybe because she was distracted, or maybe because you're that skillful.
Right.
Timora's in your corner.
Okay. So I think now she jumped over it, and then she takes her rapier, and I think she takes the flat end of it and spins around so that she's kind of like on the side of her, and she hits the back of her knees in it so that she like buckles her knees, and then she pushes the dagger right in her side. Like,
oh
right.
Yeah, do you want to do 2 attacks? Like use your dagger as well?
Sure.
Sounds great. Yeah, I forgot you could do that.
So I hit rapier and then I hit dagger. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think didn't I give you the option of like dagger, second attack, or something?
I can't remember. So I hit rapier.
Oh, you hit dragon rapier and then dagger bonus action.
Okay, so how do I do that?
You hit the button called Dragon Rapier. Okay. So you get advantage, so that's a 12, but still not enough. But then you get the dagger bonus action as well.
Okay, and so then I hit the dagger.
Yeah, it should be dagger bonus action right next to the Dragon Rapier.
Oh, got it.
Whoa. Oh, no. Well, you did hit her, but only 1 damage again.
Dang.
Yeah, it's wild. So many people hit her for 1 damage
Right?
this fight. Yeah, Snook's back there. I don't know. He can't really do anything though, right? Do you want to move him anywhere?
I mean, I guess he can move behind her. Is that possible?
Behind Runa? No.
Yeah.
No, he can't go through her square.
All right, then I guess there's nothing he can do.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything. You kind of backed her up into this corner and she's kind of defending it. Maybe she does say something like that, like, "Oh, that's exactly where I want to be."
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't think Snook can really do anything. Shanjan, um, oh, I forgot you were blessed. Could you have hit her? Oh, oh no, you still would have missed. Shucks. All right, never mind. Um, I forgot to let you do your blessed additional thing to that, but even if you got the maximum on blessed, you still would have missed her. Anyway, um, yeah. Speaking of blessed, do you want Shanjan to get rid of that blessing and do a sacred flame, or what is he doing?
Um, I guess he can use Sacred Flame.
Yeah, or he can do like anything else, any one of his other spells. But remember, if he casts a spell, everyone loses their blessing.
Right. So then he would just have to do an attack. And so flame like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. Target gains a benefit from cover.
Yeah, sacred flame's good when it hits, but it's up to them to actually hit. I still can't open her character sheet. I don't know. I feel like I must have hit it somewhere, and it's just whatever.
Okay, so basically, I guess he'll use his Sacred Flame at this point.
All right, so he loses concentration on the blessings, but I believe that's a dexterity save for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 11. I can't imagine that would make it. No, wow, I need a 15. Shanjian's good at his spell casting, isn't he? So, do you know how much damage that is?
No.
Okay, let me check
Do I
his.
need to hit Sacred Flame? I didn't hit the button.
No, I just want to know how much it was. It is 1d8. Whoa, 8. Incredible. The most damage he could do.
Mm-hmm.
Whew, she's not looking great. Play that. It's actually her turn. She's, I think, doubling down. I think you just maybe she's like bleeding from one of her eyes now. Like she's in rough shape. She just uh had just kind of erupted in this fire. So yeah, she's not doing great. We're not concentrating anymore. We're being blessed. But she's gonna try and hit you again. I think maybe you've seen, like you were kind of saying before, like you've seen this in war before. Like she's just that soldier's desperation. Like she's going down with this ship. Like she kind of knows she's lost, and she's kind of resigned herself to guard this staircase with her life for whatever reason. Whew, yeah, she does some hits on you. You can see your life, right?
Yeah.
You're not doing great,
Yeah, it looks pretty low.
and it's up to you. It's your turn now.
So can I
I
like,
think maybe she just like doesn't really smile, but almost like grimaces, and you can see like her teeth are just red now with blood. Like she's also doing very poorly.
hmm.
Maybe, well, was that? Yeah, that was her turn. Maybe I think she's gonna back up further up the staircase. Like she kind of goes around the corner.
Okay, so I think that can I like try to heal myself? Would that help?
For sure. You've got lots of spells. So does Shanjan.
Okay. All right, so realizing how much she's hurt, I think Seraphina is gonna go ahead and uh heal, like use one of her healing potions.
Oh yeah, okay. So first, I feel the first time you've ever used a healing potion.
Yeah. So I have a healing word.
Oh wait, you're healing spell or a healing potion?
I think of a healing potion.
Okay, so that you just have to drink and you get the benefits.
Okay, where is it?
It should be in your special items thing, I believe, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Oh, I got it. I can show it to you.
I know I saw it earlier. I just didn't know where to find it.
Okay. So yeah, do you remember how to roll d4s? You did a minute ago.
Oh, okay, so I don't have to hit a button.
No. So if you just roll 2d4 and then add 2 to whatever it shows.
Okay, D4,
So 2 of them.
1, 2.
Nope, you did 4. You rolled 4d4.
Oh, you
Well, I
said
guess
D4.
yeah, you roll 4d4, but that's fine. We'll just take the first 2, which was 5 total. So 5 plus 2 is still 7.
Okay.
So you're back up to 17,
Ah,
and that counts as an action. So you can't attack, but you can still move if you want.
I
Do you
mean,
want to keep going up?
I can't move past her, can I?
She left. Did you not notice that?
I did. I did notice that.
So you can't move past her. You're right, but you don't know where she is.
Right. So can I go like I can only go up to here, right? 1, 2,
Nope.
1. Like this?
Yep. Do you
1,
want to keep going up the stairs?
2, 3, 4. I can only go 4 or 5.
5. Well, you're right there. You can say back 1 because she's right there.
Okay. So so yeah, she's gonna realizing how hurt she is, she's gonna go ahead and drink her potion and then run up the stairs after her.
So here's a question: did you take one of those waters that you got from that weird imp creature, or did you take the one potion from the windmill lady, Adabra?
I thought I took a potion from the windmill lady. I don't remember the water.
Okay. Last session, you entertained that weird gremlin creature,
Yeah.
and he gave you some water, and I told you it felt exactly like a healing potion. So they're essentially healing potions, and you have 2 of those as well.
Yeah. I was gonna say that I thought maybe I did get the water.
Yeah, you have 2 of those and 1 potion from Adabra. I just
Oh,
want to
wait.
know if you're taking one or the other.
Oh, I'll do Adabra's first.
Okay, so you don't have that anymore, but you have those 2 icy drinks or whatever. Okay. Anyway, that's your turn, I believe. Now it's over to Snook. Is he doing anything?
I think Snook's gonna go ahead and just run after Seraphina.
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, or whoops, 4. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, we actually found out he has like 6 for some
Right.
reason. He's
Well,
very speedy.
he can only do 4 anyway, so it is
Yeah, if you want to go diagonal, and so you both can attack her next time, I'm okay with that.
like that.
Nope, like this.
Oh, that's horizontal.
That's diagonal. You were here. I moved you here. So, oh, you can actually attack now too if you want. I'm okay with that. That was less than his movement. Do you want to pointy stick him? Stick her?
Yeah, pointy sticker.
Do it.
And he's so mad, he's so angry, and he's just like in attack mode.
Do you want to press the button?
Yeah, hold on.
I can't tell if you know how to do this or you're just like, what?
I did
There
it.
you go. Nice.
Did I do it once or twice?
Twice. And actually, since an ally is adjacent, you get advantage on this, so you hit her both times. So 8 total. She's in real rough shape. Shanjan's turn.
So Shanjan, he puts the staff back in his back, and he runs 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
Yeah, it's about as far as he can go. Yeah.
5.
Either one of those two is fine.
And then I guess he can throw a sacred flame again.
Yeah, that's actually good point. I was like, he won't be able to do anything. Ooh, she failed. So give me a D8.
1d8.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do?
Just like how you did a D4, but the D8's a little lower.
Yeah, but I just hit d8.
Mm-hmm. Just one. Oh my gosh, that's the killing blow theoretically. What does this look like?
So the sacred flame, he looks at Seraphina and looks at Snook and says, "We're gonna get the kids back. I know it. Timor is with us." And he brings his I think this time what he does is he takes it almost like he's digging something out of the earth with his hands. So he'll take both of his hands and like put them downward towards his like belly, and then he puts his hands like in the middle, like he's like almost like he's about to clap, like make a clapping thing. And so he puts his hands together, and he like starts to, as he starts to form his hands, which are like in a prayer position, and then he kind of forms it into like a ball. You start to see like this glowing red energy come out of his hands, and it's just like a glowing orange yellow ball of light. And then as he like brings it up out of his hands, it gets bigger and bigger, and it's like glowing, and it starts to flame and like flicker. And then he just takes it above his head and he throws it at her, and then it hits her directly in the face. And she starts like screaming and wailing, and then it just like engulfs like her whole head in flames. Her hair catches on fire, and you start to see like her like skin like melting, and getting like crispy.
Gruesome. Yeah.
Then she just kind of like backs up, like, because now she can't see anything, so she like starts flailing, and she kind of backs up.
Ooh, if I could suggest something, there's a fireplace kind of right behind her.
Oh, okay. So then she kind of backs up and stumbles because she can't really see anywhere that she's going. And then she trips over the ledge of the fireplace and then falls backwards, like flat on her back. And then as soon as she does, you hear her head like thud and like hit the ground. and all of a sudden you just see like the flames just like whoosh all over her whole body, and then just whoosh die so quickly, and then it's nothing left but like a burnt ashy body.
Ooh, gruesome. Incredible. I love that. What a fitting end to such a awful person, really. So, what a good victory. I think that's where we should. I mean, that's a pretty good place to stop now, right?
Yeah, it actually kind of perfectly worked out. I was worried that we weren't going to finish the fight, but the Uber guy's like literally here.
Great. Well, do you want to get that food first, then play us out?
Let me just check outside because it looks like he's out the front door. So let me see.
Okay.
Hi. Thank you so much. Hey. Don't be rude. All right. Okay, I'm ready for this. Ready? Hey.
You want to play us out?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do it.
Don't mess with the man with the flame hands. He'll burn your meanness down. Don't mess with the man with the flame hands. He'll burn your whole castle down. The thing that you don't know about our man Shan Jan is he's really cool. He does all that he can. He puts his life, love, and luck in Timora. He'll always be your friend. You adore him. He's the guy. He's kinda shy and maybe he doesn't talk much, but he's alright because he's really a good fighter and because he loves all of his friends that he will go to the end for, to the very end. Don't mess with the man with the flame hands. He also loves those birds calls. Loves the bird calls. He loves his friend Serafina and Inverna. He loves his new friend Snook and all the kids because he likes to read them books. That's right, he is the man with the flame hands. Don't mess with the man with the flame hands. Shan Jan the man with the flame hands.
Amazing. Great job.
It was about time Shan Jan had his own jam.
That's true. Yeah, he hasn't really. I think everyone else, all of your other companions have.
What?
All right. Well, goodbye, everybody.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I almost died.
Yeah, you got down there. That potion came in handy, though, for sure.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see you next time.
Bye.